Hello, Austin of Dragon Company here, and I have some card sorting that I want to do, and I thought it would be interesting to show that, especially considering the cards that I am sorting. I got a Time Spiral remastered booster box. Hopefully that video is up if you haven't seen it and you want to. Go ahead and take a look. It was a really fun time, and I need to sort the cards I got from that. And I also got this. This was from my game store. They had just bought one to sort their cards in, and they had some extras that they were selling. So this is like a $10 BCW. You see that? Yeah, BCW card sorting tray. So it's got 20 compartments in here. We have 5x4, and then 4 additional compartments. So you get most of the alphabet there if you are sorting by letter. And then if you need to, like this trays are sort of at an angle here, right? So your cards sit like that. And then these ones are sort of deep for decks. And then you have your place over here that you can just sit your stuff that needs to be sorted. And my stuff that needs to be sorted is Time Spiral cards. So I'm going to grab some piles, and hopefully we can see how it works. And I'll give you a sort of mini review on the container here as we go along. Put these cards over here. Okay, put that there. This card here. Okay. I got a couple different, like I say, things that I need to do with this device here. First, I sort by color first. So in this case, we have white cards. I'm going to end up sorting by collector number, which means you sort by color and then alphabetically. In this case by set, but these are all Time Spiral remastered cards, so that's pretty easy. See if we'll put white up here. You can see that, cool. And then these are all blue cards. So I believe if we look at the collector number here, this is number 99. Yeah, so that's not going to be, yeah, so that's going to mean that is not a multicolored card. I believe that for a card's color, for a card's color in terms of the set, the pip is all that they count. So even if it's got off-color activated abilities, if it's not if it's only castable one way, then that is going to be the way that it is counted. So we've got a bunch of blue cards here. These are blue commons and uncommons mostly. So those are going to go in blue, right? So we're going to have white, blue, black, red, green, and then presumably lands, I think, and then multicolor, colorless, and lands, I think is how it ended up working out. Let's see, 254. This is 285. And this is presumably somewhere in between. Yes, 263. So colorless artifacts specifically go in here. Got a couple harmonic slivers. And then our lands are going to go here. A bunch of slivers. And then you have these really interesting storage lands. I didn't realize I'd gotten as many storage lands as I did, but there honestly aren't. You kind of have to pick a color in this sort of draft environment. I'll talk a little bit more about that. This, I'll unsleeve it later. Actually, no, I'll unsleeve it now. Never mind. So I'll unsleeve that. I'll put the sleeves over there. I did a little bit of a draft. I was fortunate enough to be able to do that. And yeah, our sleeves. So I provided the sleeves for the 4-player draft that we did. And yeah, it was super fun. I liked doing that. Just seeing these Time Spiral cards honestly is pretty cool to me. Like, you know, I wasn't playing Magic even remotely in the time that Time Spiral was around. I opened a pack of Magic the Gathering back in Mirrodin, and Other than that, I hadn't played until 2017. So it's just great to be able to see these older cards and be able to play with them in a sort of limited format. And Time Spiral didn't sell particularly well. It wasn't terrible, but like Time Spiral Lorwyn didn't do super well in terms of how much they sold. So it's really hard to get some of those cards. Like even they're expensive, or they're hard to find, or there's all sorts of problems with it. So Angel of Salvation. I am, like I say, sorting by collector number, which does not take rarity into account in any point. So rares and commons and uncommons will all go in the same thing. Foils as well. Although these are different. These time-shifted cards, really neat. Like in the old border stuff they've been doing. I'm going to put that back on the sorting tray because I have some other time-shifted cards, and I will be sorting those separately because I believe by collector number. Actually, are they different? Yeah. So that Restoration Angel was number 300, which is outside of the range of the normal set. So those are counted differently. Delay, wonderful card. Really happy to have that. That card was getting a bit expensive, and it's just a good one to have. Mungar of Corondor is cool. Children of Corliss, kind of a hard one to find, even though it's not super expensive. It only goes in a couple decks, but a lot of people keep those. They hold on to them. This is a foil, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to unsleeve it from this sleeve, but I'm going to actually grab some penny sleeves. I'll just grab the one for now because I have other foils. And I'm going to put this in a penny sleeve so that it doesn't get super scuffed up. That's a thing, when you get enough foils, and they've significantly increased the foil pull rates. And the mythic pull rates as well. You get a lot more mythics and a lot more foils in a box in general than you did when I started playing even. And way more than you have, in the past. Like Megas of the Future, they had a really nice one. Foils were a super rare thing, and now you get 4 or 5 foils a box usually. Like that's at least. Just Fairy, very good card there. These were 2 different draft decks, by the way. These were not the same draft deck. I just kind of got overloaded with foils. I'm not a particular fan of foil cards. I think that the gloss is annoying to my eye. And that's why I put things in eclipses, actually, because I find that the regular eclipses sort of dull the foiling out a little bit so that they're easier to look at. And then, they get scuffed up and they curl. Even old foils curl. People, always complain about the new foils. Let's see, this has been a couple days. It's not particularly bad, but it has been in a sleeve. People complain about the new cards curling, but the old ones curl too, that is a thing. Absolutely, some of the super old ones don't do it as much, but it really, let's put these cards over here. I have a stack off to the side. So this, sort of staging area of a tray is interesting. It's hard for you to see right now. I don't know how useful it is, but it isn't bad. A couple of cards. Shade. Sangrophage. That's a good card. I like it, at least. Good is relative to some people. Every Giant. Yeah, so some of these were sorted. This is like potentially draft piles. I think these are either a deck or the extra cards that someone had drafted. We also did a couple of just regular pack openings. So that's where that's all coming from. And the cards in general that I got from the box opening are sorted better. You saw the stuff that I had at the beginning there. That was kind of sorted by pile, like big piles by color. That was from the box. But I knew that I was going to sort it, so I wasn't super careful about keeping it sorted. Once I had done that, I knew I was going to do this. blue cards. Gaia's Anthem, uncommon. I mean, I know that I think it was uncommon originally, but it still seems like a. I mean, if you know, the regular Anthem is rare, why is this one not? Faceless Devourer, good card. There's a Griffin token thrown in there somewhere. Tokens, I will also eventually Salt Blast. I will eventually also sort. I sort those by color usually, so that I can know where to put them, like know which decks they go to. Let's see what Dryad Arbor is. Dryad Arbor, it looks like it counts as a land here. 277. Yeah, so that looks like that they count that as a land. In the and this is the pile of rares, which again just need to be sorted into the colors. They just go in. Pact of the Titan, Wheel of Fate, 2 Cloud Keys. This I'm super excited about that. Those were getting up there, and you know I actually took a little bit of time to look at the prices, and the prices on this set are kind of collapsed. I think they're going to go back up pretty soon, but yeah, the prices are really really diminished right now. So it's probably a good time to pick up some of these cards if you do, because the set's not very highly printed. A thing that's been kind of publicized, and I found out when I went to my LGS, and they did not have they didn't have very many of them. I was lucky enough to get a box. These are foils, so I'm going to set these here and get my actually it doesn't matter. This one I've already opened though. Like I say, that doesn't matter, but I'll get my pack of penny sleeves here, and I will have those at the ready. So let's see. Let's leave this Joyra. This manifold key is worth more money than I might have expected. That's an old border card though, so it's going to go back in the pile to be sorted out later. Foil Lotus Bloom is great, and then you get some commons, of course. Always get a foil common or two. I think that's probably why they increased the foil pull rate, is that they figured that foil rares would still keep a lot of their value because they're still much less common than foil commons and uncommons. Speaking of Gaia's Anthem, there's a foil one. Dovin's Veto, this is in one of these sleeves. This one's also pretty expensive, and it looks like the foiling looks really good on that one. There we go. I don't think the art matches as well as it could. There are some of these where the art matches really well. Liliana's Triumph. That's a great one. Meyer Boa. Slaughter Pact. I've really wanted a Slaughter Pact for a long time. Again, they're hard to find. It's not just that they're a little expensive. Slaughter Pact was getting up there, and now it's depreciated quite a lot since the actual printing of the set. And then those are all the foils, and these are old border cards. So those are the old border ones. And then these are also old border, I believe. Yeah. So we've got a bunch of old border cards here. I'll go past all those, because those will be sorted separately. And then, so we get to these other cards. All right, so we don't need these anymore. Because I tend to just put them on foils. I keep my cards in pretty good condition in relatively good areas, right? Like I tend to not be abusing my cards. I tend to not be riffling through them super often. So I find that I don't really need to sleeve even, if it's like $50, $60, I'll probably put it in a sleeve. But other than that, most of my cards are pack fresh, basically. Yeah, so here we get the other part of the stuff that I got in the box that wasn't rare. There might be a rare or two in there, who knows. But these are essentially already sorted by color. Pretty nice. So yeah, Meyer Boa. And then we'll pick up some stuff. I got the Restoration Angel, and these might just all be green. In which case, things would be pretty easy. What was that? There was a color pip indicator there. Was that just a Hybrid-Genesis? Yeah, it was. I didn't know if there was any tricksy stuff that they'd added to Time Spiral Remastered. Nope. Okay, cool. So there we are. That is the set. So I can add this. Oh no, that's not quite it. Because I have the tokens, but I'm going to add that to the tokens. But I also have my draft deck. So this is my draft deck, which I put in these. I have it unsleeved, as you can tell. Yeah. So I'm going to separate the cards that I drafted from the sleeves, or from the lands, from the sleeves as well, eventually. So we do that. Cool. Okay, get these lands up over here. And then we'll start de-sleeving these. It's a sliver. So far, I'm liking this this organizer. I think it's been, pretty handy. It's starting to get a little full, so that's like about a box's worth of cards. Remember, this Time Spiral does have usual, your draft booster box worth of stuff. So it's got 36 15 card packs. So that means that there are some, there's a number of cards. But I'm sure someone knows that off the top of their head, and I do not. But that's about how many cards it looks like this wants to hold, at least in terms of each individual color. I'm sure multicolored sets would be probably a little better, and you get a little bit more space. Now, of course, I'm not just going to use this to sort by color, right? Where that's pretty easy. I could use it to sort by by most color pairings that appear in any given set. But I'm also going to use this to sort eventually alphabetically, which it actually will do a pretty good job at, just because there are some letters that naturally you don't get that many of. Okay, so I will, I guess, put these in these sort of deck holes over here. So let's try that. Put those there, and the colorless, and then the multicolored, and then we'll put green on top here, I guess. Put green there. And then we'll put red and black together. Right? Maybe. All right, we'll put this. I'm going to put it so that it's easier to retrieve sideways. You can't really see right now, but instead of putting them just like flat in the sort of deck areas, I'm going to put them side like that, so they're easy to get back. And then I'm going to sort these old border cards, time shifted cards, the same way. So this is black was going here, multicolor was going here. Those are the foils, really cool looking. As I said, really nice stuff. Multicolor, blue, multicolor, white, blue. Green was going here. Lands were over here. Reclamation Sage looks super nice. Some of these did unfortunately come damaged. I think you'll see one of those in a second. I'm kind of seeing it already start to show up. A couple red Vandal Blast unfortunately came. You can't really see it on that side, but this side was damaged in the packaging. That's a bit unfortunate. It's been happening more and more. Some people always complain about the quality, and it is true to some degree that the quality is going down. I'm not the biggest fiend about it. Like you can still play with the cards, and Magic cards honestly are pretty okay quality in general. This also has a marking that's become immense. I don't know if you can see that there. It does. It's a mark inside the indentation. I can't. My focus goes out if I go in, but yeah, it's definitely already marked. Unfortunately, some of these cards are really cool though. That Wastes right there, Secret Plans, Panharmonicon, looking lovely. Just fits the old border really well. I'm really excited to actually own a Sanguine Bonds as well now. But like Magic cards honestly have a higher quality than most other card games just in general. Like you could actually play with Magic cards and not have them get destroyed nearly as fast as many board game cards. And they're a trading card game, so they should. That's the way things should be. But yeah. So that's sort of those by color. Let's put these up here. I got a fair amount, I believe, of the actual cards. Not a lot of the money cards, but like a fair amount of value. Like Baral's good, of course. These foils are just insane right now. Actually acquiring these foils is going to be super difficult. So I'm not super sad about that. Put those over there. And I do have something else to sort. This is a pack of things I got from my LGS. This is just junk mostly, but I am going to sort it by color. Now these these are all sorts of sets, right? So I'm not going to sort these by set. The reason I sort by set and by collector number and all that is because I'm entering them into a database, and it's really efficient if I have a bunch of cards of one set to go ahead and just enter them all by collector number, and then I keep my collection organized by collector number. I take out rares and cards that I think I might use and put those away for building decks, and then I can have them available for that purpose. And if I need random common or uncommon from the set, I can go in and they're all organized, so I know where to find it. For these type of cards, these go straight into the rare and interesting. Usually, sometimes they'll get sorted into the set. And usually when they're just random sets and whatnot, it's usually easier to just enter them individually into the database rather than going through and trying to find trying to find them by set. So but this, I got some really cool stuff like an Ice Age Chronicles Disenchant. It's a pretty dope card in my opinion. Actually, I didn't know that this was going to be reprinted in the set, so I picked up one of those. In Time Spell Remastered specifically. Remote Isle, card's great. Moment's Peace Pauper All-Star for Tron. Kitchen Javelineers is also a Pauper All-Star. Revel Arc, I'm going to put that in the Commander deck. I already have a Revel Arc, but it's in a different Commander deck. Very similar. Caustic Caterpillar, CDH All-Star, really good card. Kami of Ancient Law, pretty alright card. Electrickery, also a Pauper card. A lot of Pauper cards in here. Hydroblast, these look so lovely in there. It's really good condition. These are great. And then Pyroblast, the opposite, Kaya Folio art. Really wonderful there. Also a Pauper All-Star. These in there. Corresponding set. An Unglued Mountain, I believe. Yes. An Unglued Mountain. That one's nice. Frogmite Mirror Enforcer, some Rune Snags, foils, just some random commons and uncommons that I was going to get. Thought Scour Boomerang, really good Legends reprint of Legends Chronicles Boomerang. And then this is Legends Chronicles Puppet Master, which is an enchantment. That kind of sucks. This card's actually really good. Destroy a blue permanent or return an island to its owner's hand. Very good card. Cat Warriors is everything is wrong about this card. I don't really understand it. Zero Tumbling Sands is surprisingly useful. Benevolent Bodyguard, only 2 Squad Hawks, really sad, unfortunate. Humble, always like a Humble. Baleful Force, didn't know that was a card. Knight of Souls Betrayal, some of the best flavor text in the game. Really dark. Of course, Kamigawa itself was pretty dark. Nice stuff. Archon of the Myria, that's a really good hate card. Might build a standard deck with that. This goes in my Storm deck. This is going to go in some Commander deck at some point. And then this is actually going to stay together. This is most of a modern Blitz deck, which Lava Spikes and Bolts and all. Blister Coil Weirds, a significant chunk of a modern Blitz deck, and that's going to stay together. I found this was in the pick and pull section, and it's seeded a little bit. So someone was getting rid of their modern blitz deck, and I basically picked it up. So that's where we're at here. Let's see. I will clean this up, stop the camera for a little bit, and then I will get back to you. All right, so I've got that cleared out. I'm gonna take these old bordered cards because they'll be easiest. They'll be pretty easy to organize, and I'm gonna do a little bit of the organization alphabetically. I'm not going to bore you with the whole process of that. I think I've talked enough, and I think I've sort of made the point of what I'm going to be doing here. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these cards, and I am going to organize them by alphabetically. So in general, these containers would actually be pretty nice, but when there's only 5 cards, right, and they're all RS, right, this one's particularly interesting, right, RS, actually R comes after I, so this I believe is correct, 300, 301, and then 303, yeah, so there we go, that's alphabetical by that, and then we'll take the blue cards, here, we'll set these up here so that you get a better look at these blue cards here. So there's Treasure Cruise, Repeal. So it's RST, M, B goes in front of that. MU goes in front of MY. 2 Treasure Cruises. I forgot I even got that. And then N is up after N. So let's see if we got that right. 306, 311, 312, 313, 317, and then 319. Yep. So we got that right. Not as many black cards. RS again, and then L goes in front of it. So that's was pretty easy. There we go. Some of these red cards. Is there Kiki Chiki in the old border? Oh yeah, there is, and it looks really cool. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. So LM, Bedlam Reveler goes in front. A goes in front of that. Z in the back, of course. Element OP. And then V goes right there. So I just, did I damage anything? I mean, it's already damaged. 339, 340, 347, 348, 350, 352, and then 354. So yeah, there we go. And then we're going to get to the green cards. Only 3 green cards here. That's a bit unfortunate. 358, 366, and then of course goes in the middle there. So 358, 359, 366. Yep. Okay, and then these are multicolored cards. So Teamer Ascendancy, STP, Arcades goes in front, Cloud Shredder goes there, Teamer Ascendancies go together. Slimefoot goes after Secret Plans. Tidehollow Sculler goes after Teamer Ascendancy, and Jones Veto goes up here, I believe. 371, 373, 75, 82, 85, 86, 87, 87, and then 88. Yep, okay. I got that all correct. Sorcerer Spyglass. M goes in front of that. R goes in front of this, and then yes, those are land cards. So yes, this is 398. Actually, Random Epper Ruins is a land card as well. So 398, 399, 401 seems good. B goes in front, M goes in the middle here, and then F goes here, I believe. So that is 405, 407, 408, 409, and then 410. So I got pretty much all of the land cards, it seemed like, or a lot of the land cards there. Cool. So that's organized by number, and then I'll go in, and when I sort my collection by collector number, I can just go in and say check boxes and say like, oh yeah, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one, which is a really cool thing. And that's a similar thing to what I'm going to be doing with these other colors here. Now I start usually at the back, so get a couple of easy ones. Let's pull this out of this little container here. I got to probably lift this up. Let's see, it's got a little like push hole at the bottom. You didn't really see that particularly well. I can't really show it. It's got a little hole at the bottom. No. Okay. Well, this one has the, it's got a little punch out for the hole. I haven't punched it out yet. But, yeah. Push this over here again. So let's start, shall we? So this is the multicolored section, and this one's going to be, these couple are going to be as simple as those other cards, because they are, of course, A, B, C, D, F, G, K, S, 2 glittering witches there. N goes here. F goes way up here. H, so here. And let's see if we got that correct. So down here, got 48, 52, 56, 53. So this is 56. Ah, Jara is back here. H-I-J, yep. Just mistook how Jara's name works. So that 53, 54, 56, 57, 58, and 60. So yeah, there we go. Got those. And then we have the these cards here. So S, pretty good place to start. We'll put that down there. L, Cloud Key goes up at the top here. Joyous Time Bug we'll put over here. Chromatic Star, we'll put that after here. Elemental P. Paradise Broom. You know, there's enough space here that we can separate everything out. So we got Cloud Key, which goes behind Chromatic Star. Yes, of course. And then Joyous Time Bug. Got a lot of those. Good stuff. Lotus Bloom. Paradise Mantle, or Paradise Plume will go in front of Prismatic Lens. And then Sliversmith will go in front of Stuffy Doll. Yep. Put that there. And then we have Swarm Yard. So an S, put that about down there. ST, Teleria West. Another Swarm Yard. Carekeep goes up there. Dryad Arbor up here. Although we have this Calciform Pools. Terramorphic Expanse down there. M in the middle usually helps. Terramorphic Expanse. Urza's Factory down at the bottom. D and S and T. So down at the bottom here we have Urza's Factory, and then on top of that we'll put this Terramorphic Expanse, then followed by Teleria West. So that, and then Salt Crusted Steppe. Swarm Yard goes after that. Molten Slag Heap, 2 of those. Carekeep here. Dreadship Reef and Dryad Arbor. Dryad Arbor goes second there, so it just happens to put that in the right way. And then Calciform Pools on top of that. So that's our lands. So there's a multicolored section, and I believe it's correct. Yeah, it's in the correct order. So that's good. So we've got those done. Those are sorted. And now I'm gonna just go through one color. I'm getting pretty worn out. It does take energy. Like you think, oh, this is super easy stuff to do. I just need to sort it by I just need to sort it. It's not hard, but it does take a lot out of you sometimes when you're sitting here. And I'm talking, I'm not used to doing this. I'm going to label these eventually because I don't know the relative positions in the alphabet of the letters to each other. I got a pretty good idea from doing this a bit, but I don't always know. Also, you might not be able to see every single cup just because of the way that my frame works. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get this green done here. So M's about in the middle usually. So we'll put the M's here. G is up here. So I generally do know R is going to be over here. V, because this actually does have a V. I generally do know where RST, so this would be S, over here. GHI. Yeah, okay, we're probably going to have to move some stuff around element OP. But I know that like Q probably isn't going to show up very often. It does show up. There are magic cards with every name that you could possibly think of. Or S here, Hypergenesis. So H, GHI. There we go. Scrib Ranger. Again, I'm trying to talk, so my brain is like shot right now. MN Thalid, ST right down there. K, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So let's put these, move these over here. We'll see if we get any L's. P, Penumbra Spider, Green Seeker goes over here. There's usually an A, and there is not an A right now. So E goes up here. Llanowar Mentor, L, N, N. So we'll move these over. Put the L's here. D. There's usually not like always B and C, so that's a pretty good one. Thalid. S, T, T's down there. That's just under my hand. I can't even see my own stuff on there. S, Edge of Autumn is another E. Strength in numbers. I bet everyone's watching this and going like, how can you possibly not remember your alphabet? Like, I've been talking for an hour, man. I don't remember my name. Let's see, M's over there. Then I moved stuff around a little bit to get things to work. Primal Force Mage, Thrill of the Hunt, Reflex Sliver, M, Might of Old Crosa. That's a good one. Evolution Charm's pretty good as well. Nantuko Shaman. N, there we go. And then C, M, S, S, Enter Autumn, S, Pendlehaven Elder, S, K, K, yeah. T, Spinneret Sliver, H. It's usually the rares that start to have letters that you don't see all the time. It's usually rares. They want to name them something interesting, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can use this letter, right?" Yeah. That's obviously not actually in any way Utopia Vow. There we go at the very bottom there. Obviously, that's not actually in consideration for what they're doing at all, like even a little bit. But I like to say it is, and what I like to say it is goes usually around here because it's my channel. Life and Limb, ST, Giant Dust Wasp, Thrill of the Hunt, Thalid Germinator. I literally just put something in T, and I don't know why I forgot. Is Imperiosaur the only I? Cool. I've got a playset of Imperiosaurs, which I'm pretty happy about. Thalid Germinators. Might of Old Crosa, Utopia Vow down there. Sporloth Ancient. Uktabi Drake. There we go. Seal of Primordium. Hypergenesis. That's Genesis, but Hyper. Penumbra Spider. P is over here. S. And you can see how, right? Like, it's pretty obvious. S gets a lot of card names. G's get a lot of card names. M's get a lot of card names. T's usually do as well. And then there's some other ones. Usually, each color has its own sort of, and each set has their own sort of ones that they want to use, letters that they want to start with a lot. So that's green. These are all my green cards. So now I'm going to set them all up like this. Set them all so that they are in order. And almost. So Virulent Slivers at the bottom here. So that's pretty easy. 246. And then on top of those, we put Utopia Vows. 240. And then Uktabi Drake goes on top of that. 243, 245. And then we'll put these over here. Put these down here. Thornwood Archers. Thrill of the Hunt. Thalid Germinators. So we'll separate these out by, in general, what we've got. Thrill of the Hunt. Okay, so we can look at these Thornwood and Thrill. So this is 40 and 41. Put that like that. This is 42. Trample the Domains. 37 and then 36 for the phthalids, 37 and 36. So those will go probably on top. Let's see, but 38 is the Thoin of Havenwood. So we'll put those up there like that. And then those all go on top here. S's, there's going to be a ton of them. Spore Crown Thalid, Search for Tomorrow, Strength in numbers, tons of those. Sporloth Ancient, Scrib Ranger, Thalid, Seal of Primordial, Sporloth Ancient, Summoner's Pact, Strength in numbers, Seal of Primordium again. Lots of strength in numbers. Spinneret Sliver, they'll put that over there. I've run out of spots, you see. So that is a disadvantage. We might not be able to see it quite as clearly as I can. That is a disadvantage of the set, but you know, this like thing, this setup, so to speak. But actually, I'm doing pretty well. So Search for Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure is going to be up pretty close to the front. 229, 230 for Spinneret Sliver, 227 for Scrib Ranger. So yeah, that's and then 228 for Seal of Primordium. So. And then 230, 231, 232, 233, and then 234 for Summoner's Pact, and that all goes on top. Reflex Sliver here. That's those all go on top right there. There's two Pendlehaven and Penumbra Spider, I believe, are the only ones. Oh no, Primal Force Mage and Phantom Worm, couple uncommons in the P's. So Penumbra Spider is 223. 222, 224, and then 225. So put those in there. And Tuco Shaman is the only N, so that goes on top. Pretty easy. Magura Petroglyphs, Might of Old Krosa, some Meyer Boas, some more Might of Old Krosas. So Might of Old Krosa goes in front of that. So 217, 219, and then 220. Cool. This is out. The stack has kind of outgrown these. Well, these are shallower in front, so I can put these here. Okay, cool. So these, I didn't realize that these two sets up here up top are deeper than these two sets. Interesting thing to know. Life and Limb and Llanowar Mentor, those are already in order. Kavu, Primarch, and Keen Sense, those are also already in order. Look at me just going. 4 Imperiosaur, already in order. Hypergenesis and Heartwood Storyteller. 209 and then 210. There we go. Green Speaker, some Gaia's Anthems, some Dust Wasps, Giant Dust Wasps, a lot of Green Speakers. I drafted 3 of these, so I know that there were a lot of them. Green Speaker 207, 206 goes in front of that, and Gaia's Anthem goes in front of that. I usually put the non-foily in front. Evolution Charms and Edge of Autumns. Place it at both, it looks like. 4 and 3. No, that's only 3. 201 and 202, though. There we go. Darkwood Baloth, 200. Goes there. And then up here we have our Citadel Wood Readers, 199. So there we go. That is the one color done. I'm not going to do the other colors on camera. Maybe that is interesting to you. Maybe that helped you think, oh yeah, I can do that for my collection, and that'll be cool. That'll help me out. But yeah, that's generally my process. I think this is a neat device. We'll see if I use it more often or not. If I end up sticking it away and it never comes back. It is very interesting though. Comes with a lot of space, a lot of interesting ways to utilize all of the slots here. A couple deck boxes. There's just a general place you can put. If you open up bundles and stuff, you can put the dice here and all that type of stuff. Put your other materials here if you want to put sleeves or whatnot. Seems like a good thing if you have the space for it, and if you're sorting cards a lot. I'm sorting cards a ton, so just because I'm a bit neurotic about that. So interesting thing to do, and a lovely set. Love Future Sight, love Time Spiral Remastered, love Time Spiral in general. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.